Hello children of class 7, welcome back to our e-learning class. Now in our previous class we have come to know about the sufferings of Om Prakash Balmiki as well as the Ansari family. Now today we will read Equality in Indian Democracy. Take a pencil in your hand, you have to just underline certain sentences. The Indian Constitution recognizes every person as equal. Now start underlining from here. This means that every individual in the country, including male and female persons from all castes, religions, tribes, educational and economic backgrounds are recognized as equal. That means whether I am male or female, or I am rich or poor, I am Brahmin or Shudra, I am just educated or illiterate, it doesn't matter. According to Indian Constitution, we all are equal. But, this is not to say that inequality ceases to exist. That means inequality, it has not stopped. It doesn't. But at least in democratic India, the principle of the equality of all persons is recognized. While earlier, no law existed to protect people from discrimination and ill treatment. Now there are several that work to see that people are treated with dignity and as equals. Now, if you read about past India or ancient India, you will come to know that what sort of ill treatment used to be there with the people who belonged to lower caste. They were not allowed to enter inside the temple, they were not allowed to take water from the public well, and all this type of things, that means harsh treatments used to be there with them, because at that time there was no law to stop this discrimination. This recognition of equality includes some of the following provisions in the Constitution. Take the pencil in your hand and underline. First, that every person is equal before the law. It doesn't matter whether I am the president of the country and I am a domestic worker like Kanta. We all are equal before law. From the president of the country to Kanta, domestic worker has to obey the same laws. Second one, underline. No person can be discriminated against on the basis of their religion, race, caste, place of birth, or whether they are male or female. This one we have already come to know. Now, it is true that I am from Bardhaman, that means West Bengal. I will get some privileges, and you are from the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. You will remain underprivileged. No, it cannot be like that. Third, underline. Every person has access to all public places, including playgrounds, hotels, shops and markets. I am like Om Prakash Balmiki. Now you will not allow me to enter inside the school. No, it's not like that anymore. Our constitution is now there to just give us protection from this discrimination. Fourth, underline, untouchability has been abolished. Untouchability, you know, previously these upper caste people, they didn't even step on the shadows of the lower caste people. Forget about touching them. They didn't even used to step upon the shadows of the people who were from the lower caste. The two ways in which the government has tried to implement the equality that is guaranteed in the Constitution is first through laws, and second through government programs or schemes to help disadvantaged communities. There are several laws in India that protect every person's right to be treated equally. In addition to laws, the government has also set up several schemes to improve the lives of communities and individuals who have been treated unequally for several centuries. Yes, our government, it has taken several measures, several schemes just to abolish this sort of unequal treatments. Even our government has taken some sort of measures so that it can provide some sort of comfort to the people who had suffered from this unequal treatment for several centuries. These schemes are to ensure greater opportunity for people who have not had these in the past. Okay children, so it's time to say bye today. In our next video we will continue with the next part of the chapter where we will come to know about the midday meal scheme. Bye.